Nick Searcy is an American actor, character actor, producer of the new film, America, America, God Shed His Grace on Thee. I had a great extended conversation with him that's available now on our Mike Gallagher Show podcast. Here's a little bit of my chat with the one and only Nick Searcy. Nobody knows this better than you. I watch a lot of the stuff you do on social media. When I use the word warrior, I'm not exaggerating that. We're going to need millions and millions of warriors because, frankly, Nick, if we stay on the sidelines, we're going to lose the country. And I'm not prone to hyperbole. I'm not trying to be melodramatic here. I don't know any other way to say it.
Yes, and that, part of why I do what I do on social media, my wife says I have far too much fun on it. But I think that we have to stand up to these people. They are trying to bully us into silence. They are trying to make us ashamed and afraid to say what we believe. And this is a tactic that's tried and true from the left. If you make it a penalty, if you make the penalty for saying something that the government disagrees with so egregious that you're afraid to say it, you wind up in a place like North Korea or a place like Cuba or a place like Venezuela where there is no such thing as free speech. And what you brought up about prayer, that is what the left has done also by demonizing prayer, by making it impossible to pray in a public school or taking away school prayer. All these things they have done over the years, they have divorced this country from its founding because this country was founded on Judeo-Christian principles, and if we don't adhere to those in some way, we're going to lose the society. And that is a deliberate tactic of the left.
And now they've ramped it up. Now they're involving corporate America. Over the weekend, there was reporting from the Washington Post that said that there were over 100 corporate executives, a bunch of CEOs, Delta, Levi's, United, American Airlines, the airlines, big tech, and they all gathered. And the takeaway, as you saw from the Washington Post, was these big companies won't be intimidated by conservatives. These election laws are Jim Crow laws, and they're going to stand up for democracy and freedom and for black Americans who are all going to be dehydrated because Republicans don't want to give black Americans water online at the polling places. Nick, I saw that story and I realized they're weaponizing the left. The angry left is weaponizing corporate America because they can't get it done through the courts or through the government. So they figure the only way they can do it is to enlist the cowards in corporate America.
And the cowards in corporate America, they make it sound like they're speaking up against the powerful. They're joining the powerful. They're not being rebels here. They are making a calculated decision that the youth that have been brainwashed by this leftism in this country, that's where they think they're going to make their money over the next few years. So this is not some principled decision they're making. They're making an economic decision, thinking that the leftist children, the leftist consumers in this country are going to outnumber the conservatives, and they're choosing that side. So it really is quite dangerous right now. And we as conservatives, I think we have to stop, doing things like, I hate to say it, but if you watch Major League Baseball, you are basically forgiving them for hating you. You are forgiving them for demonizing you and calling you a racist simply because you don't vote for Democrats.
It's just a great exploration about, what makes the country great. And it's also funny. So check it out, salemnow.com, salemnow.com, and get you'll be able to watch this terrific movie, America, America, God Shed His Grace on Thee. And check out the podcast. Get the Mike Gallagher Show podcast. You can go to mikeonline.com to get our podcast. It's free. Or wherever podcasts are available, just check out the Mike Gallagher podcast and hear my conversations with people like Nick Searcy that, tend to go a lot longer and more in depth than time permits us here on the radio.